In just a week, Injustice 2 will be coming out, and I already made a video almost a year ago predicting my top 10 characters that I wanted to see in this game, and out of those 10, I got 5 of them right. You all called me mad when I put Scarecrow on there, but who's mad now? Probably still me. I mean, that was a crazy grab, and I totally lucked out on that one. But we don't just have this new game on the way, they've already started announcing the DLC, revealing 3 beloved DC characters, Starfire, Red Hood, and Sub-Zero. Wait, I don't think that's right. Red Hood isn't beloved. But they've even started hinting at the next groups of DLC characters with these silhouettes. Now, some of these are easy to tell. That's obviously Black Manta, and over there you can clearly make out Lex Luthor trying to hide his bald spot. I'm kidding, obviously, it's clearly the classic Mortal Kombat character, Goro. So today I'm going to give you my top 10 picks for characters I would love to see as DLC. Now, before we begin, just a few ground rules. First ground rule is I'm not trying to identify the characters in these silhouettes. These are just the characters I want to see, and I'll let you know right now a lot of them don't match these silhouettes at all, but that doesn't mean that they don't have another wave planned after this one or even years down the line, so let's not worry about this, and let's just try and have fun. Second ground rule is I know that there has been an Injustice comic over the past 5 years that's shown what's happened to many of the characters in the Injustice universe, and it reveals that many of them have died. But I'm not going to pay any attention to that because even though many characters are already dead, Injustice 2 is bringing back about 90% of the characters who were dead or depowered in the last game, so all bets are off. And last ground rule, no Batman characters. Not because I have a problem with Batman, I don't, but let's be real. This game already has Batman, Catwoman, Red Hood, Robin, Joker, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Scarecrow, Bane, and Poison Ivy. Batman is covered, you guys. We're good. Alright, now that we've gotten that out of the way, at number 10, Midnighter. There are few DC characters better suited for a fighting game than Midnighter. He is a perfect killing machine who is able to see every possible combat simulation and every move his opponent can make before they make them. He's an unstoppable hand-to-hand machine. So why is he so low on the list? Well, because while he has now been ported over to the DC universe proper, he was originally a Wildstorm character, and even though DC owns him, I think the people working on this game probably want to just stick to the classic DC characters, so I think the odds of us getting him are rather low. At number 9, John Constantine. Now, I'll admit I'm putting Constantine this low on the list because, honestly, I don't really want to see Constantine in a fighting game. To me, he's more of a thinker, a guy who beats you by talking rather than by throwing fists. However, I'm not stupid. I know this is a massive fan favorite character. I know he has tons of people that love him, and he could do all kinds of crazy demonic spells to mess with the opponents, so even if I might not really want to see him, I do want to give the people what they want. If he was in this game, yes, I might have a small problem with it, but I would be happy that everyone out there got a character they were wanting. At number 8, now for something completely different. Miss Martian. Yeah, the Injustice universe is super dark and everything has gone to pot, so putting a character in here who is comedically poppy and upbeat would help to spice things up and would provide some variety. Plus, you had Superman in the last one as a main character, so one of the main characters in this game is going to be Supergirl, and one of the DLC characters in the last game was Martian Manhunter, so DLC in this game? Eh? See what I'm saying there? At number 7, MONGUL. I'm really glad that we're getting Brainiac in this game because, oh my god, I'm tired of Doomsday, Zod, and Luthor being the only Superman villains who ever get screen time. I'm glad that the rest of his rogues gallery is finally getting some time to shine, so I say we keep that going. And when it comes to Superman villains who are just brawlers who can hold their own against anyone, MONGUL is a great choice. Plus, for his ultimate move, he could bring out the Black Mercy and attach it to the opponent, which would then send them to Dreamland while he knocks them around. This could actually create great variety, as you would have to then program in a different dream sequence for every character to experience while he fights them. At number 6, ETRIGAN the Demon. ETRIGAN has got strength, he's got agility, he's got hellfire he breathes out, he has a whole variety of cool attacks he could pull out against his opponent. But I'll be honest with you, the reason why I want him in this game so much is because this guy rhymes everything that he says. And one of the things that I loved about Injustice was that they really went that extra mile with the character interactions. so I would love to see all the crazy things they would have to come up with for him to say for every character that he fights. At number 5, the Enchantress. I put Deadshot on my list last time because I said with Suicide Squad coming up and the burst of popularity it was bound to get from that film, they needed to put some of the other big stars from that team into the game. Well, even months after that movie has come out, the popularity for that team is still pretty high. So, time to throw another character into the game, and it looks like we're not going to get Raven just yet, so I say we need to pick another sorceress for this game, and those two things line up perfectly with the Enchantress. At number 4, HAWKMAN. DC has been trying real hard to make HAWKMAN a badass over the past few years. I mean, heck, his last comic was basically him as Space Wolverine. Well, you know what would help with that? Putting him in a game made by the Mortal Kombat guys. Yeah, that's kind of the height of video game badassery. Also, I would totally accept Hawkgirl or Hawkwoman in this spot as well, especially the Earth 2 version because that costume is probably the best one any Hawk person has ever had. But, like I said, they really want to make Hawkman a thing, so that's why I chose him. At number 3, Plastic Man. Remember how I said Miss Martian would be a great boost of positivity into a super serious universe? Yeah, she doesn't hold a candle to what Plastic Man would bring to the table. Not only would he be good for crazy wacky laughs, but also he can turn into anything and everything and bounce back to recover from nearly any attack. Do you know how freaking cool that would be to see in a fighting game? There is untold, untapped potential for what Plastic Man could do in a game like this. At number 2, Animal Man. I picked Vixen last time I did this list because I thought it would be cool to see a fighter who could summon the powers of different animals. But there's another hero who can do that. Okay, there's actually 2 heroes who can do that. But after seeing one of the other characters that was picked for this game, I think Animal Man would be an even better choice. The reason I say that is because we have Swamp Thing in this game, and Swamp Thing is the guardian of the green, the embodiment of all plant life in the universe. But Animal Man is the guardian of the red, the embodiment of all animal life. So seeing these two go head to head is a perfect matchup. And at number 1, alright. You know how I said I was glad we were getting Brainiac because hooray, some different Superman characters. I feel the same way about Cheetah being in this game because dear God, Wonder Woman needs way more love in the media. But the king of underappreciated and underrepresented heroes has to be Aquaman. And yes, we have Black Manta coming as DLC, but that's still pretty light. So, at number 1, literally any other Aquaman characters. Mera, Aqualad, Ocean Master, give us something. These people can control water and wield it like a weapon. You know, that thing that makes up 2/3 of the planet and 60% of our own bodies? You can totally do something with that. Plus, when that Justice League trailer came out, everybody pretty much agreed on one thing. It looks like Aquaman is going to be the breakout star of that film, so it might not be a bad idea for DC to start planting some seeds in other forms of media about all the cool supporting Aquaman characters. Alright, that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in, and let me know what characters you want as DLC for this game down below, or on Twitter and Tumblr at Professor Thorgy. Also, if you like this video, then share it around the web and hit that thumb up button. It's the best way to help this channel grow. And one other thing, if you want to see me play through this game, we will be doing that on Twitch starting next week at twitch.tv/ProfessorThorgy. Thanks again, everyone, and come back next time.